At this time, we would like to recognize the parents of our 6 senior basketball players, and our seniors would like to thank them for their love and support over the course of the last 4 years. The MHS athletic program would also like to thank the parents for their support of the basketball program, and we wish our seniors the greatest success in their future endeavors. I'd like to start first with senior Maddie Bowen. And his parents, Shelley and Pat Bowen. Next is Jack Colby and his parents, Kara and Chris Colby. Next senior is Brendan Foley and his parents, Amy and Chris Foley. Next is TJ Guy and his parents, Maureen and Darius Sullivan. The next senior is Brian C. and his parents, Janet and Michael C. And last but not least, Jason C. and his parents, Janet and Michael C. Congratulations to all of our senior players and their honored parents. Thank you for your dedication and hard work over the last 4 years and for representing Mansfield with class and pride. And from Attleboro, we'd like to welcome Coach Mark Poole and recognize their 3 senior players. Number 2, Justin Daniels. Number 3, William Rooney. Congratulations to William on being selected MIA Student Athlete of the Month from Massachusetts this month. And finally, number 11, senior Alec Eaton.
Hello, everybody. Mansfield Cable Access presents Mansfield High School basketball. Tonight, it's a game between two of the better teams in the Hockomock League's Kelly Rex division. It's the Mansfield boys at 4-0 against the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers at 2-1. The only loss by the Bombardiers having been dealt to them by the Hornets on Tuesday. I'm Mark Farinella, bringing you the play-by-play. I'm with Tom Faria, as always. And, Tom, the last time we saw these two teams play in person, it was one of the best games we ever saw last year's tournament.
Little different atmosphere this year, Mark, where the Attleboro fans took up one whole side of the gym.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest games we ever did. Quite a different lineup for Attleboro this year. So
the game is underway quickly, as it always is in the COVID era, so I'll give you the starting lineups when I have a chance. You will notice right off the bat, though, there is no TJ Guy in the game for Mansfield tonight. He suffered a calf bruise in the first game, and he will, against the Blue Bombardiers, there's a block by White, very talented sophomore for the Blue Bombardiers. And TJ is likely to be back for the games against Franklin next week, I've been told. In the meantime, starting for the Hornets is Brendan Foley, number 3, Jack Colby, number 10, Matt Hyland, number 12, Matty Bowen, number 23, and Brian C., number 30. And, of course, Matty Bowen pumped in another 30 points in that game on Tuesday night in Attleboro. Probably the last game they'll be playing in that gym, Tom.
Yeah.
Matty Bowen with the corner shot. Baseline, no good. Rebound by White. Here comes Daniels. Tried to get up to Hool.
Great defense.
And got out of bounds.
That White looks really impressive. Too big.
6'5" sophomore, and let me tell you, he was impressive.
He's got some ups there.
He had 13 points and 5 block shots in the game against the Hornets. Well, the Hornets got out really big in the second quarter. They outscored Attleboro 29-18, and that gave him the cushion to be able to survive the loss of Guy late in the first quarter.
Oh, great look.
White with the baseline jumper is good, and that starts the game off in scoring. That is 2-0 Attleboro. Trevor White. Jack Colby with the ball to Matty Bowen. Stops in the corner to Matt Hyland. He's going to take it on the baseline, get it back out. Colby with the 3. Swish.
Nice follow through by Jack.
You know, Jack is getting to the point where he hits that first shot of the game a lot of times.
Yeah.
Good way to start.
You know, he can score, but that's not his job on this team. I was trying to get a look at that Attleboro defense that position. I'm having a hard time. Looks like it may be a triangle and 2, or I'll have to look at it again. Wow,
Daniels
nice
manages to put it in, falling backwards. Justin Daniels, one of the few seniors on this Attleboro team. Hyland will get it to
reverse.
Foley. Now back out in the perimeter. Colby thinks about it. Now he looks. It's Brian C. in the corner. Loose ball, and it is picked up. Here comes Hool. Evan Hool is good, and he's fouled. Evan Hool scores, the son of head coach Mark Hool.
Brian C. on that foul. I'm sorry, no, they gave it Matt Hyland.
They gave it to Hyland, yeah. You're right.
It was Matt Hyland, yeah.
And so Evan Hool will go to the line to shoot 1. All new crew for the Bombardiers, but they've filled in the blanks pretty well.
Never save the ball under the other team's basket.
As you see, number 32, that's Alvin Harrison. They call him Baby Q. And the baseline drive by Alec Eaton, and Attleboro has an 8-3 lead with 5:51 left to go.
They've come out to play here. It looks like
yes,
a
they
2-3. Well, now it looks man.
Of course, you remember Qualim Charles, one of the 2,000-point scorers last year, as Hyland puts up the 3, no good. White gets the rebound. Harrison's doing a pretty good job in that role. He's not as big as Q. He does get to stay on the court longer. And he is going to make the drive in. Now dumps it out. Daniels is at the perimeter now. Marked closely. Now Harrison has it. Goes up. No basket. And it is rebounded by Matty Bowen. I still have to remember he wears a different number at home. Brendan Foley for 3, no good, out, but Matty Bowen gets the rebound. Goes cross court to Hyland. It goes out of bounds. It will be Attleboro ball. 8-3. Attleboro in the lead. 5:04 left. Of course, that means the Hornets have them right where they want them because if you remember, Attleboro got out to a fairly big lead in that tournament game. They were up 12, and the Hornets came roaring back.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, this is almost an entirely new crew for the Bombardiers, where there are more veteran players on the Hornets, although the lack of TJ Guy is impressive. Harrison missed the foul line jumper, and it will go out of bounds.
Off White.
Mansfield ball.
You know, a big factor tonight, too, is how well these coaches know each other. Both teams know. They've coached against each other for so long.
They know the styles. Yeah. Maddie Bowen on the baseline is fouled. Now, I know Maddie is a huge competitor, and I know he's hoping that he shoots foul shots better tonight than he did Tuesday. He was 3 for 10 at the foul line, which is probably the only thing you could ever say that he did wrong. He gets the first.
Just slow things down.
It could have just been exhaustion, too, because he was out there for practically every minute of the game, had 30 points, missed 6 free throws in the fourth quarter, but really was not a pressure situation, as they say. So Maddie does not get the second one, and Harrison will battle for the rebound, flip it back into Houle, and Houle will bring the ball up. Takes a quick drive in. Ball slapped away by Bowen. Saved by Colby. Bowen gets it up to Foley. Foley's trapped underneath, so he has to get it back out. Highland on the drive.
Wow,
blocked by White. Mark that one down. Houle, no good. Rebound by Jack Colby. And here come the Hornets again. Brendan Foley on the break. Foley will try to beat and is stolen away by White. By Houle. Sorry. 4:06 left to go. It's 8-4. Attleboro leading. I'm sure Attleboro is licking its chops at the prospect of not having TJ Guy in there. And the three-pointer by Alec Eaton. 11-4, Attleboro. Hornets come right back down and a nice.
He couldn't get it to go.
It was a terrific pass by C. Couldn't get the ball to fall in for Foley, and here comes Attleboro. Justin Daniels. And the ball is loose, and Foley picks it up. Here comes Foley. He's got Highland with him, but the ball's tipped away, and I think Highland was the last one to touch it.
You know, the Hornets are pushing the ball, but they don't have numbers.
And it just didn't seem to be a all-out rush on that one either. So
Attleboro's getting back.
Yeah, Attleboro is definitely getting back. Chris Hill is coming in, and Anthony Sacchetti is coming in for the Hornets.
Trevor Foley, the freshman.
Trevor Foley is also in. He's had some impressive performances in his debut season. Houle will take it back out around the perimeter. Gets it to William Rooney III. He is the son of the Attleboro High School principal.
Quite an impressive kid. There's Bowen with the steal.
Bowen with the slap. He's going to go in and is hit. And it does not go in. Maddie takes practically a hard knee on the floor, but he gets up quickly. 3 minutes left to go, and Maddie Bowen will go to the foul line for 2.
He impacts the game so many ways. Maddie gets his hands in the passing lanes. Quite a player.
Dips and shoots.
A little high there.
He is. You can see the frustration in his face right now. He knows he can hit these things.
I think that arc was 3 feet higher than his first 2. I really do. He's lost his arc.
I think he'll get comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Short on the second one. A rebound by Joe Francois Enneville.
Oh, nice spin move.
I didn't catch it, Tom. Who was it?
That was number 2, Justin Daniels.
Justin Daniels on the 2. Flip up by Bowen, and it does not go. Rooney comes down with it. Attleboro really off to a fast start in this one. Blocked shot. Chris Holcomb goes up for the shot.
Trevor Foley on the block.
Blocked by Foley. 2:34 left. It's 13-4. Wow. A 9-point disadvantage here for the Hornets.
This is so much. The game is so much like the playoff game.
Houle comes back in, and Daniels goes out briefly. Daniels had 4 points so far in the quarter.
Attleboro is definitely going small here.
Shot by Jake Straminski, and he gets it.
16-4, Mark.
Jake Struminski is the grandson of a former school committee member in Attleboro High, and also a radio talk show host on WARA, as I recall, many years ago.
Joseph Francois Anneville on the foul. That's a mouthful, Mark.
And you're going to feel that if he hits you.
Yeah, he's tough.
He's pretty solid.
Rugged kid. Trevor Foley.
Chris Hill felt that one.
Brendan Foley back in.
Yep. All right, slapped out of bounds by Rooney, and Bowen will inbound again. 2:13 left. The Hornets down by 12. Well, that's a familiar spot.
Against this team, I'd like to see Chris Hill getting that low post. I think against this lineup, Attleboro's got out there, I think he could do some serious damage in the low post.
And of course,
There he is.
Chris struggled with the virus earlier, missed a couple of games.
There it
Still
is.
getting his feet under him, really, basically. Chris Hill on the three, short. Bounces up, rebound is loose. Rooney will come down with it. He's got a break. Goes in himself, does not get the basket, and the rebound is Trevor Foley's. Foley will come back up. 1:46 left.
Getting that low post.
Brendan Foley gives it off to Hill. Hill thought about the shot. Now Bowen will take the three, and that is good.
Nails it.
That's good as gold for him.
Big hoop.
16-7, Attleboro leads by 9.
Hornets get back to single digits. See the momentum change on that three-pointer.
And, they trailed for most of the first quarter at Attleboro, and then finally Bowen hit a three, I think, at the end of the quarter to give them the lead. A walk.
That's a travel.
On Chris Holcomb.
When you play Mansfield and you maybe get out to a lead and all of a sudden they put a little run on you, it's natural to think, oh boy, here they come.
Brendan Foley will bring it up. He's got the mask slippage right now, which hopefully they will not stop the game on that. The one kid I noticed in the other game was Daniels. He never can keep his mask up.
Hornets are running a little weave here. Three.
The shot by Bowen.
Once
again, you can bank on it.
Here we go.
16-10. So the Hornets are crawling back. They probably won't be able to get the lead in this quarter, but with 41 seconds left, Attleboro has the ball. Up 6. Houle was going to drive, dumps it off underneath to
Hill.
Struminski is no good. Here come the Hornets again. Maybe I spoke too soon. Foley with the three, no good. He gets his own rebound and could have almost walked in there, but Gus got off his knees. It was a nice try, but just the wrong spot for the ball, and it will be Attleboro ball with 20.7 seconds left. White will come back into the ball game. Harrison will come back in the ball game from Attleboro. So now they've got the bigs in. Daniels will bring the ball up. Will be met by Matt Hyland. Hyland gives it off to White. White's going to drive. This kid has no fear.
Wow.
And he gets the turnaround jumper.
That's a heck of a shot.
Turnaround jumper for Trevor White with 2 seconds left. And
and almost.
Hyland almost gets that one. That was Hyland, right?
That was Matty Bowen.
Oh, it was Matty.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad he didn't get it because I would have blown the call, as they say. So after 1 quarter of play, the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers have an 18-10 lead over the Mansfield Hornets. Tommy, what do the Hornets have to do to get back into this contest?
A little surprising there, but Attleboro came out strong. Hornets got to play their game. Just relax on the offensive end of the court. Run your offense. And maybe increase your defensive intensity. Look and see if you can get a few easy hoops. But anytime the Hornets have pushed it in this first quarter, the guards have gotten back. So they haven't been able to get those man advantage rushes. Yeah, it's hockey, Tom.
That's okay.
Push the ball hard and see if they can get a man advantage.
Over at King Philip, we play Lady of Spain when the King Philip girls substitute 5 kids in.
Yeah.
That's like a line change over there. So the thing is, how much does it change the game without having the presence of TJ Guy as somebody who can, even when you take him out, there's still such an impact that I think the other teams don't know how to react to him, being in there and all that.
His big impact is on the defensive end. I really believe that. Teams are getting one shot. When he's in the game, one shot, you don't get it. You're not getting that offensive rebound with TJ. I don't know how many rebounds he had the other night, Mark, against Canton, but it was...
Well, it was practically all of them.
It was practically all of them, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Attleboro brings the ball into play. Justin Daniels, Matt Highland on him. Stops at the perimeter, hands it off to Hool, and he'll bring it back around now to White.
Notice
this kid, you really got to pay attention to that kid. He has a weapon. Hool with the three-pointer, and it was deadly.
Big hoop.
Evan Hool.
To get the momentum
21 to 10. It's 11-point lead for Attleboro. 7:36 left to go in the first half.
The Hornets played pretty solid defense that time, too. They didn't deserve that.
Trevor Foley. Ball stolen by Harrison, and a foul, I believe, on Matty Bowen, I think. Yes, it is. So that'll be the first foul on Matty.
Matty reached in from behind. I think he caught him in the arm, and the referee was right behind him, too. So
second team foul on the Hornets. Attleboro has 3. Attleboro inbounds. It's Daniels with Highlands, marking him closely. Corner to Alec Eaton. He's a veteran from last year's team. Got some pretty good minutes. Pass underneath the Hool. Oh, and a nice pass to Harrison. Harrison, easy layup.
Back
5
to
points to none for the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers in this quarter. Colby has the ball, gives it to Highland in the corner. Highland's going to bring it around as the Hornets work the dribble drive. Now it's Colby in the corner.
Big
3.
Hoop. Another big hoop for Jack.
Big hoop for Jack Colby, and that breaks the ice in this quarter. 10-point deficit. Justin Daniels gives it to Eaton. Back into Harrison. Harrison, I thought he dragged his foot on the pivot.
He definitely did.
White has it on the ground, tries to get it out, and a whistle.
3 seconds.
3-second call. And it was one of those whistles I almost didn't hear. These electronic whistles, folks,
yeah,
they are
it's
some. Oh, it's a foul, I think. They called a foul on Trevor White. They did. Wow. That's his second, and as the 4th on the team. I didn't really see it.
I didn't either. They got to get him
out
of the game.
I just thought he was sliding and slipping there, but
yeah, I thought he called 3 seconds.
Yeah. So here come the Hornets, and now the big kid has a bit of a deficit on him.
Nope.
Matty Bowen is
fouled shooting a
buried by Harrison, I think. He might have not been the only kid that can contact him. They're going to call it on. They're going to call it on Daniels, I think. Let's see. Yeah, they do. They did call it on Daniels.
Oh, I missed it.
There were like 2 people, maybe 3, that were hitting him. So there was a 3-shot situation here for Matty Bowen. The lane will be empty for 2 of them.
Nice soft shot.
Gets the first one to roll.
He's got 8 on the night. 2 more to go.
Second one bounces out. So now here come the rebounders. That's the one time tonight that we'll mention the COVID adjustment, because I think you're all kind of used to it by now. They are off on dead ball rebound situations. Then they come on 2 of the opposing team in there.
Matty.
The shooter. Matty gets the third. 2 out of 3 for Matty. It's 23 to 15. Attleboro leading. 6:11 left to go in the second quarter of play. Underneath Harrison. Now Francois Anneville gets it up over to Daniels, around to Hool. Hool with the diving lay-in. He could have been called for an offensive foul. He's down. He's feeling it, but he's got the shot by Eaton is no good, and the rebound is by Highland. Matty Bowen looks over to Colby for 3. No good. Rebound by Highland for the basket. Good rebound by Highland. He was going away, and he came back quickly to the basket.
Timeout bucket right there to get the lead down to 6.
Timeout. The Blue Bombardiers. It's 23 to 17. 5:37 left to go in the first half of play. And finally, the Hornets have the advantage in this quarter. They have outscored Attleboro 7-5 now. We are blessed with the presence next to us of Peter Gobus of the Sun Chronicle. Gobus is laughing. And he doesn't have the hockey news with him tonight, but he does have a copy of the New York Post. So,
yeah, he's a modest man.
Always some good reading material for Gob. So looks like the Hornets are starting to break out of their doldrums a little bit here, but they're realizing that Attleboro is a physical team.
Incredibly well coached.
They move the ball well. They look for the open man, and they're getting some outside shots too, which really I don't think that was as much of a weapon for them outside of Brian Sissio in the past. I mean, Sissio could bury them. And I seem to recall, the quarterback, Jason Weir, hit a couple surprising threes in that tournament game last year. Of course, he graduated. Mark Cool's done a good job of rebuilding this team in a short amount of time, and a lot of these kids will be back.
Yeah, they have a great feeder program.
At least they hope.
They have a great feeder program.
At least they hope. You never know these days with the way the prep schools are always hovering in the background.
Yeah.
Daniels gives it to Eaton. Daniels, again, way out top. He'll shoot from just about anywhere, but he's going to drive in and put it off the glass.
Oh, no call.
Daniels could have possibly been called for an offensive foul on that, but they're letting the boys play. Brendan Foley. Over to Matty Bowen at the top of the key, and he hits it.
Bowen for another one.
He tried to sell a foul there. He didn't get it, but he did get the three-pointer. That's his third three. 25-20. Mansfield creeping back up. Thought I heard a slap there, but Daniels' three is no good. And now Sacchetti is fouled on the rebound.
Joseph Francois Anneville on that foul, and he is a solid kid. Real physical presence.
I wish I could say it with a better French accent.
Yes.
That is a great name. That is right up there in my pantheon of names. Matty Bowen in the corner. Sacchetti gets it back out to Colby. Trevor Foley. Got to get my Foleys right.
Ooh.
Trevor Foley was open momentarily, but William Rooney scoots it away. I know his dad's proud of him. Rooney takes it away again. Eaton on the line, and this time they're going to call a block on Trevor Foley. I thought that was an offensive foul, Tom. I know you did too.
Well, from this angle, but I have to say the referee had the better angle.
Third team foul on the Hornets. First on Trevor Foley, and Eaton will go to the line. Gets the first. He has 6 points now. Chris Hill comes back in the game for Trevor Foley. Rooney goes out. I think Hool was the one who came in. Got a lot of single numbers out there for the Big Blue.
I'm wondering how long Mark Hool will go without White.
This is the second.
Great hustle.
Jack Colby comes away with the rebound. Colby looks, gives it back to Hill. Hill cross-court pass over to Bowen for the three. Short this time. But the ball gets away, and Highland brings it back in. And now the Hornets will work the offense around again.
Matt Highland, real active defensively.
Yes, he is.
Nice take, Chris.
Chris Hill on the drive. Boy, when he gets his feet under him, I can't wait because he's bigger and stronger this year. The three-pointer by Highland is no good. The ball is out of bounds.
I think they got Chris Hill.
Do we have a foul?
Chris Hill with a push in the back.
I think you're right, Tom. Yeah. And they did. So Chris Hill gets his first foul. Fourth on the Hornets.
The referee's going to watch where your hands are in that situation. If they're down in the lower back area, they're going to call that every time.
3:41 left to go, and it is 26-20 Attleboro. Or as they say in the city of Attleboro, Attleboro.
Wow,
Drive
nice
by Daniels. Daniels is just fearless on the drive. He's got 8 points.
And they're really doing a good job of hang time and gathering yourself for a nice shot.
Very poised shot.
Yeah.
Chris Hill to Brendan Foley. Gives it to Matty Bowen. Matty's going to drive and scores. Beautiful drive. $14 points so far in the game for Bowen.
This is a real good defensive team out there right now for the Hornets. And Mike knows that that's how he's going to get back into this game, by clamping down defensively.
Eaton will get it out to top. Daniels is going to stop and pop at the foul line,
Wow.
and he gets it.
Good defense, and he still made it.
Daniels has 10 points.
Oh, there's a push.
Hill hit twice, and he spins around and puts it in. Chris Hill asserts himself. It's 30-24.
And that's what you want. When he receives the ball in that low post, it should be over.
Yep, Attleboro still in the lead. We're at 2:21 left to go in the game. Daniels works it over to Harrison. Harrison, he's going in like a train.
Up and down.
And he goes up and down. Oh no, he's going to call a foul. He's calling a foul.
Oh.
That really does not compute.
From 25 feet away.
Oh, my. All right, I'm a homer, I'll admit, on this game. But even if you folks in Attleboro are watching this, you probably noticed that he did take a significant step before the foul was called. So
they called it ahead of the shot?
Yeah, that goes on Matt Hyland. That's 2.
Okay.
That is 5 on the Hornets. And the Bombardiers have the ball out on the side.
With a new fresh
right in
shot
front
clock.
of the Hornet bench.
Ball
is lost.
Look.
Highland steals. We'll get it up to Brendan Foley. Foley gets the basket despite Evan Hoole's quicker reach. Evan Hoole was doing the Ben Watson thing. He was trying to get there.
Hornets cut it to 4.
Timeout. And it is 30-26. Attleboro, now the lead is down to 4 points. 2:02 left to go. Tom, there's some entertaining moments here, but I didn't like. I'm not exactly sure I'm in love with the officiating so far, and I try not to get on them. You know that.
Hey, that's my job, Mark.
I know, but we talked about that, and I've told you that I don't like doing it. I've worked with people who do.
Yeah.
And I just that was so obvious. I mean,
yeah.
You know, and it's just not my green coming through because. I mean, let's face it. I went to high school here in 1971. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So I just didn't see that one.
When you got a closely contested game, you know, one side is going to think one way and the other's going to think the other. Tough job. I'm a lot more lenient now as I've gotten older.
Well, my friend Peter Gay, my boss at North TV, he'll be calling me a homer whenever he sees this one.
I understand that, Mark.
That's okay.
I just don't know what qualifies him to say that.
Well, just so as long as he remembers, I'm very pro King Philip when I do the King Philip games as well. All right, we are back to have the teams on the floor, and Attleboro will bring it up. Eaton gave it off to Daniels, and Daniels will bring it across. He draws Jack Foley once he crosses the line. Hoole has it. Jack Colby was not switched off on him, and then it was that was
what a
Daniels
dive.
On the drive, no good.
Oh.
Rebound, Matty Bowen. Even though he almost fell, he got up. The break is going. He's going to wait till everybody comes up. Now he looks, gives it to Brendan Foley. Foley
nice
will drive it underneath, open to Jack Colby. Nice play all around.
Jack's got 8. The lead is 2.
The Hornets are battling back here. It's 30-28, 1:20 left to go. These two teams always put on a good show. Daniels with the long 3, nails it.
What a beautiful shot there. He's got 13.
That one was probably about 25 feet.
Now that was arc.
In the corner, back to Colby. Now gets it around to Bowen. Bowen will take the longer 3.
That's good.
And he hits it. That's about 22, I would say. 23 maybe. So Matty Bowen now with his 4th three-pointer of the game. 50 seconds left. It's 33-31. Attleboro by 2. Daniels loses the ball, throws it too high for Alec Eaton to pull in. So with 41.1 seconds left.
Hornets could go for a 2-for-1 here, Mark. They take a quick shot. They'll get another possession with under 10 seconds to go. Not walking the ball up, though.
Matt Hyland comes back in for Brian C. Hyland will bring the ball across. Bowen fakes the really long 3.
Little 2-3 zone thrown at the Hornets by Attleboro.
They have to pay attention to him because he could hit that.
Oh, great hands.
Stolen away by Daniels. Here comes Daniels alone.
Offensive foul.
He does call it. He was wondering, though. I think he was trying to make up his mind on that one. Well, they will. Let's see how Mark Hoole's taking that one.
That was a good call.
Yeah, I think it was, but I just think that there's a measure of inconsistency there.
That's the toughest call in basketball.
It is. He really had hang time too, didn't he?
He did.
That kid gets up in the air.
And it was actually to his detriment a little bit there because it gave the
defense time to get under him.
Get under him and
get set.
Yep.
Exactly. All right, the Hornets with 18 seconds left now. Bowen.
Attleboro stays in the
Gets it out to
2-3
C.
zone.
Inside to Chris Hill. He's going to drive. Hits the rim. Goes quack out quickly. Bowen has time. Puts up the little jumper. No good. Rebound by Eaton. The time expires with the shot is off. No good.
Shades of Sissio's shot.
Oh, I know. Line drive attempt by Evan Houle, but the Hornets have cut the deficit down to 2 points. It is Attleboro 33 and Mansfield 31 at the 2-minute and 30-second halftime. So, Tom, we don't have time. In fact, there's no concession stand anyway, so we didn't have time to go to that.
Yeah.
It looks like Mansfield's starting to hit the outside shot. Colby has 2 threes. Maddie has 4, and that's been helpful to get Colby's contribution there.
Yeah, Jack is a player. And he's not just a defensive specialist. He's got a nice shot. And, there's a lot of shots available without TJ Guy here.
Yep.
People have to step up.
12, 14. Hornets outscored Attleboro 21-15 in the second quarter. Second quarters are good quarters for the Hornets, I've noticed.
Yeah, and Justin Daniels still is, hitting his shots with a lot of consistency. Daniels 13, that's a little unexpected. Although he is averaging 15, so.
In fact, I can give you all the scoring right now. In fact, for the Hornets, Brendan Foley has 2. Jack Colby has 8. Matty Highland 2. And let's see, Matty Bowen has 5 baskets, 4 of them threes. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17 points for Matty Bowen at the half, which is exactly what he had at halftime of the first game against the Blue Bombardiers. And Chris Hill has 2. For Attleboro, Evan Houle has 5. Justin Daniels has 13 points. Alec Eaton has 6. Trevor White has 2, but he's been saddled with some foul trouble. Hasn't been in the game lately. He'll be back, I'm sure. He's only got 2. Jake Straminski has 3 points, and Alvin Harrison has 2. They've done a pretty good job of not allowing the inside threat in this game so far.
Yeah, and, he sat out quite a long. White sat out for most of that second quarter.
Yep.
5, 8,
so we will be back with basketball shortly here. It's 17 seconds left to go in the break. They really don't give us much time to talk. I'm Mark Farinello. That's Tom Faria. Maureen O'Neill, as always, is our camera person. So I think I mentioned he had, I think Trevor White, I mentioned he had 4 points, but 2 fouls, Tom.
Okay.
Tom was waving at me, and I want to make sure I got that right, and I do appreciate that.
With all this army of statisticians that we have,
I know,
Mark,
and I don't even get to use half of it. Every game, it's like having a media guide in my computer. I get to update this after every game. It would take you a week to read it all, I think. But, I have the tools, I have the technology. I try to make use of it. And my Attleboro roster's somewhere down there.
Incredibly professional, Mark.
We try.
Mansfield Cable is incredibly lucky.
So Bowen
to have you here.
Let's see. Bowen had 6, 8, 9, 10. He had 10 of his 17 points in the second quarter. On Tuesday, he had 11 in the second quarter of his 17 points by halftime. So Matty's on just a consistent pace. And we are back in action here as the Hornets have the ball to start the second half.
Reverse that ball. Nice caught, Matty.
The pass into Matty Bowen for 2. Matty Bowen starts it off strong.
19 now for Matty. We're tied up.
I got a feeling they're going to need every one of them. It is 33-33.
I got a feeling he's not coming out of this game either.
New game. White gets it back out to Eaton. Back in now to Harrison, but he missed the open shot. Rebound by Foley. Brendan Foley has it. He brings it up. Colby back to Foley. Looking for Matty Bowen. Flashes to the basket. Just didn't get control of it. And Harrison has the ball, and he will give it off to Hool to bring it across.
That last offensive possession for Attleboro, White was incredibly lucky. He came over the back there on that rebound. Could have picked up a third real fast.
Daniels gets it over to Eaton, now inside to White. White wants to go in, but he's faced the double teaming, so the shot from outside is Daniels, and Daniels hits it. He's hot.
That is a beautiful looking shot right there.
Next year, Tom, the Bombardiers will have a court that's just as long as this one. Their new gym has a 94-foot court planned.
Can't wait to see it.
It's going to be a palace. I haven't seen the inside of it yet, but I've seen things that show what it's going to be, and it's pretty impressive.
Wow.
Colby's three does not go, but Highland Skies takes it back out for three, doesn't get it. Rebound is slapped around, and a foul.
They got Brian C. over the back, I think, Mark.
It is Brian C. That's his first foul. First of the half for the Hornets. Attleboro takes it out. Justin Daniels brings it up.
You know, hey, Hornets might go to a little gimmick defense here on Daniels to slow him down.
White on the baseline. He's a threat to drive, too. Gives it off to Harrison. Harrison bowls his way in for two.
Nice take.
Harrison is a force coming in.
Lead is
not
back
exactly
to 5.
Q, but I see why they call him Baby
Yeah.
Q.
Strong kid.
Bowen will drive to the basket now. Tate puts a little light up on the basket. No good. Rebounded by White.
Wanted to enter a little trap here.
White now has it. On the baseline, back out to Daniels, no good. Rebounded by Eaton, taken away by Brian C. And it's taken away again by White. White is trapped, and the ball is stolen again, this time by Colby, and the foul is by Harrison. Harrison fouled him as he tried to go by.
Great job, Jack Colby, getting that hand in the passing lane.
So the fouls are even 1-1. Mansfield makes a couple of substitutions. Chris Hill and Anthony Sacchetti come in.
You know, one thing I do notice as well, Mark, is Jack Colby. He looks a hell of a lot stronger this year.
He does.
His grandfather never was built like that. I know that.
I was just going to mention, of course.
And there he
long
is.
Shot by Bowen, no good. Colby gets the rebound. He's at the foul line. Thought about it. Gives it to Hill for three. Hills is off the front rim, no good, and it's rebounded by White. Of course, we were mentioning Colby's grandfather was Jack Souza. Finished, I think, with 988 career points here at Mansfield High School. Graduated in 1968.
Member of the Basketball and Football Hall of Fame.
And also a heck of a baseball player, too.
Oh, there's a foul on Daniels.
Yep, Daniels does floor Colby. That will be Daniels' third foul, and that's a little troublesome to Mark Hool, I'm sure.
That is
He'll let him play through it, though, I think.
That is
at least for a while.
Huge factor right now.
I think he's going to try to let him go at least a few more minutes because he's just he is a lifeblood of this team.
And what do you do if you're the Hornets? You go right at him now.
I would say so. Colby trapped in the side baseline a little bit. Now he's coming out. He's now double teamed. He gets the ball out to
Matty Highland.
Matty Highland for three. The Hornets are starting to rain the threes. It's even in the quarter, 5-5. It's 38-36.
I would deny
Bombardiers.
Daniels the ball.
Yep. Hool gets it to White. Chris Hill forces him to pass it off. Now Daniels comes around.
Woo,
and again, he just hovers in the air and he gets the layup. Justin Daniels having a very impressive game. 18 points for Daniels so far. Highland had dumped it off before. Now Colby gives it off. Matty Bowen in the corner. Highland. Now Colby for the three from the left corner. No good. Rebound fought for. Sacchetti almost had it, but Hool got it, and he got it out to Daniels. Daniels is going to lay it in. And that was a nice transition basket for Attleboro.
Back to 6.
And that's 20 for Daniels. All right, we don't need any more from him. He'll try the behind-the-back scoop, but no good. But the rebound was by Colby. And now Sacchetti has it knocked away, but it is off him. And so it is 3:14 left to go in the quarter. And Attleboro now up to a 6-point lead, 42-36. And as I suspected, Mark Pools decided to get Daniels out of there lest he pull gain another foul.
I don't know if I would have got him out on the offensive end, but
I know.
Thank you. That's Straminsky.
Straminsky gets his own rebound. Back out to White for three. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of a Hornet, but it was in Chris Holcomb's hand. So Attleboro get the ball out in front of its own bench. New shot clock.
Oh, actually, White is taller than Chris Hill. As you stand side by side, he's quite an impressive kid.
42-36, 2:53 left to go in the third quarter. Hornets are just still can't. They got back. They got tied.
Yeah.
They just haven't been able to get that spurt yet. Poole with the line drive three, no good. Rebound is
Holcomb
out of bounds off Holcomb's effort to save it.
Looks like Attleboro's staying in that 2-3 zone defense here.
Take a look, Tom, to see if they're doing anything more with Maddie. It seemed like they've been.
Well, they're giving him attention.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Colby's three is no good. Rebound is by Rooney. And Rooney will bring it up. He's picked up by Brendan Foley. Now off in the corner to Holcomb. A bump and a basket.
Huh? Okay.
A big bump and a basket.
Lead balloons up to 8.
Chris Holcomb gets it on the scoreboard for the first time. Three-pointer by Highland is good. On the pass from Chris Hill. And a timeout.
Once again, a huge hoop there to cut it to 5.
Highland now has 8 points. 1:57 left to go. It is 44-39. Attleboro in the lead. This was about the time in that tournament game I started getting nervous, Tom, remember?
Yeah. It's like, are we ever going to get over the hump?
Because as we know, the Hornets were one of the top contenders, and as expected, they did get to a state semifinal. And if the season had ended in the first round, I think that would have been
a bitter pill.
A bitter pill to swallow, you're right.
It would have been.
And as it turns out, they didn't have anywhere near as much trouble for the rest of the tournament until they ran into Lynn English, which was an extremely good team.
Well, Attleboro was an excellent team.
Yeah, Attleboro was
full of seniors.
Yeah, now the other teams were good too, though. Needham was good, Brockton was good, but the Hornets just really used the example of what they had to go through in that Attleboro game, and it just ignited them the rest of the way.
Well, but how many times do they say the first tournament game's the toughest one to get by?
It absolutely was, and with the huge crowd and the heat and the
noise. Attleboro
exactly,
crowd, too.
Exactly. The Attleboro kids showed up early, and that really did not set well with the Mansfield, the Nest. I guess
2 hours.
Yeah.
If that ever happens again, they're going to put end zone seats here, and that's where they're going to usher them when they show up at 5 o'clock.
Poole survives that attempt to get the ball away from him. Harrison has it out high, now gives it off to Daniels. Daniels blocked by Chris Hill, and Foley has it. Chris Hill got his hands on that one. Matty Bowen up against 3 players. They get it back out on the perimeter. Foley gets it back to Chris.
Wide open look.
By Brian C., no good. Rebound. Matty Bowen gets it, and he takes it back around with a new clock. Into Highland. Now alone on the other side is Brian C. Rolls out. This time Harrison gets the rebound.
Good looks for the Hornets in that possession.
But they're going to have to start really committing to getting some of these, whether it's a drive or what.
Great hands, Christopher.
Ball will be Attleboro's. 58.2 seconds left. It is still a 5-point game, 44-39. Very active session down there. The Hornets did a great job of keeping the ball. They got to score on those long possessions.
Yeah, with Daniels out of this game, right? Oh, Daniels is back in. I'm sorry.
Yep, no, Daniels
White's
is
out.
Harrison has it. Underneath.
Foley.
Blocked by Foley.
Woo!
Jake Straminsky is rejected.
He was all alone, and
Foley reacted great.
What quickness, what leaping ability.
54.9 seconds left, 18 on the shot clock. Attleboro has the ball.
That's what he's going to remember from senior night right there.
Straminski almost loses the ball out of bounds. Hool has it, gets it out to Rooney. On the left side.
Left hand up.
It's Daniels. Daniels has the ball. He stumbles, had it stripped away from him anyway. Here comes Foley. Foley is fouled. And it goes!
Huge basket, Brendan
That one
Foley.
got the great bounce. And the foul is by Jake Straminski, I believe. Big basket.
Remember that one. That was huge.
It is the first foul on Jake Straminski, the third by the Bombardiers in the period. Brendan Foley goes to the line with a chance to complete the traditional three-point play.
Jack Colby checks back in for Brian C. Hornets going with the freshman Foley. Highland Bowen, the senior.
Foley puts it in. That three-point play is complete. It's 44-42, 33 seconds left. Attleboro bringing the ball up. Justin Daniels has it, met by Matt Highland. Daniels gets it in to Straminski. Over in the corner to White. White is now driving in.
Great D.
Has to get it back out to Straminski for three. No good. Rebounded out of bounds. Is that a foul?
No, they got Colby off Colby.
All right, off Colby then. I thought he was going to put up his arm for the foul call, but he didn't.
Great box out by Rooney.
14.1 seconds left, and Attleboro will have the ball out on our side of the gymnasium.
Shot clock turned off.
2-point lead for Attleboro. Rooney looking to get the ball into somebody. Gets it into White. White goes to the floor. He saves the ball, though. Attleboro working around the perimeter. Here comes Daniels for the pull-up. No good. And it will go out of bounds. The Hornets will have 5 seconds left to get off a last shot and hopefully tie this game.
Get up the court, Matt. That's it. 5.
Matty Bowen has it. 2 seconds. Takes the spinner, no good.
That's all he had time for.
He was losing, I think, he kind of was losing his balance a little bit. He put it up. It did hit the rim, but it doesn't go. But after 3 quarters of play, it is Attleboro 44, Mansfield 42, and what has been a very impressive ball game so far, Tom.
Yeah, really. Daniels has played great for Attleboro. Of course, Matty Bowen slowed down a little in that third quarter scoring-wise, but Matty Highland, Jack Colby stepped up big along with Brendan Foley. Well, hang on here, folks. Could this be our first overtime game of the year right here?
Both teams scored 11 points in that quarter. And you know what, Tom, in a way I'm kind of glad that, a couple of other kids stepped up, because if they know that Matty Bowen's going to take every shot, then they're going to collapse on him, and that leaves a lot of open people. So the idea is, I think Matty is kind of the guy that can draw, defense to him. But he will also, they'll have to open him up a little bit and be able to get him free, set a few picks maybe, get him free for the open three look. And as I said, those are usually good as gold for him.
And from the Attleboro side, when every time Matty gets the ball, they could run a second defender at him and for him to give it up here. But he is so quick. He goes around a lot of double teams.
And at the same time, the Hornets have to be careful about Daniels. Daniels has already put 20 points in this. He's got 3 fouls. He got through that third quarter without much more damage. And he did play a lot of minutes in that third quarter that sometimes a coach would be a little bit more eager to pull him out. But Mark Hool kind of trusts him. So we are down to 8 minutes left in this game. The Hornets clinging to their 4-0 record. Attleboro, of course, 2-1. Their only loss to the Hornets. Daniels will get the ball to start the possession.
See, now you want to deny Daniels. Great defense. Oh, that's off White.
It is. And I got to tell you, White definitely uses his body to get an advantage on the defender. He used his shoulder to kind of lift Brendan Foley off the ground there for a second.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brendan Foley is playing a great game defensively against him. He's holding his own.
Foley has the ball, gets it back to Bowen. Colby.
There he is.
They run around. Foley on the baseline now. We'll get it back out. There's an open shot for Matt Bowen.
Bowen, big three.
Matty Bowen with the 3.
Hornets take the lead by 1, Mark.
I believe 22 points for Matty Bowen. 45-44 Mansfield. Eaton Gives it off to Daniels for the three. Daniels with the open look. Yeah, he is good. 23 points for Justin Daniels, and the Hornets are back down by 2.
So Daniels, Bowen, show his Matty.
Bowen will take the three again. Matty Bowen is a magician with those threes.
Deny Daniels the ball. Don't let him get the ball.
48-47 Mansfield. 6:46 left to play. It's back and forth ball.
It's a steal. Oh, that's right.
And it will go out of bounds off of Harrison. Jack Colby right at the start of that defensive play, and you can always count on that. We saw that in the tournament. Remember last year, Jack Colby made one really impressive defensive play at a key time of the game.
Yep. That's
inside to Chris Hill. Couldn't get the mechanics off the shot.
That was a travel.
Harrison came down with it.
He got away with a travel there.
Here comes Evan Houle. Gives it off to Daniels. Slapped away by Foley. Foley gets it, and it's slapped. It's taken away by Daniels again. Daniels
offensive foul.
Misses the layup. Now. Rebound by Hill. Here come the Hornets. Bowen open in the corner. He missed the turnaround layup.
He lost where he was.
Oh, heavens. So Attleboro has the ball back. Evan Houle will bring it across in this back and forth action. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a timeout coming pretty soon. These teams are expending a lot of energy here.
Look at this matchup.
Daniels.
Chris Hill covering Daniels.
Yeah, Daniels' mask is down by his throat right now, too. They're going to have to get that up. So there's a foul.
The game within the game.
A foul is on Colby, and that's his first.
I'll take that.
Attleboro inbounds in front of the Attleboro bench. Eaton passes it in to White, and he's fouled. White gets the basket. And that is his first basket since the first quarter.
Trying to complete the three-point play. This is back and forth.
Foul is on Brian C. That is his second. Hornets have 3 team fouls. So Trevor White, the impressive 6'5" sophomore forward, averaging 7 points a game. But he's shown that he can light it up at times, too. Does not get the basket, but Harrison gets the rebound, goes to his knee, and it's taken away by Colby, and he's now being attacked. It goes out of bounds off him. You know what? I think that's guesswork.
Yeah, well, he was right there, but I would have wished Jack screamed timeout there in that situation. Triple team, nowhere to go. Maybe he screams timeout.
Attleboro again.
Some holding through the lane there.
Yep.
Colby.
That is the 4th team foul on Mansfield. Second on Jack. Attleboro has it.
Stay with him, Matt.
In the corner. Eaton going to drive. Lets it go a little wild. Harrison fights for the rebound, but it comes away with Trevor Foley gets it, and here come the Hornets. Matty Bowen has it in his hands. Will take the short jumper.
That's going.
It's going to go in.
Nice and soft.
Nice soft pull-up.
Hornets back up 1. 5 to go.
50-49, Mansfield leads. 5:10 left. Here comes Attleboro. Justin Daniels gets it into the corner to Eaton. Eaton takes the pull-up. No good, but he's fouled.
Ooh.
And I think that's on Sacchetti.
Yeah.
No, Bowen. Nope, they called it on Bowen. I saw fingers go up, but from our angle, we can't see him that well.
Only the second on Matty, though, Mark.
2 on Matty Bowen, 5 on the team. And Alec Eaton goes to the line, and he gets the first. He has 7 points now. 50-50. New game.
With 5 to go.
Alec Eaton misses the second, and Sacchetti gets the rebound. Gives it up to Highland. Quick up to Matty Bowen. Cross court. Highland. Hill flashed, but give it back to Sacchetti. Now C on the corner with the 3. Bang!
Hoop!
Big shot by Brian C. His first basket of the game, and it comes at a good time.
That was a called play, Mark.
53-50.
They back screened the player closest to him in the 2-3 zone, and Brian knocked it down. Oh, he threw it
Loose
away.
ball saved by Houle. Eaton is going to come in. Stolen away. Sacchetti knocks it.
Wow.
And a tie-up. It was a legit tie-up.
Great job by Sacchetti with the hands, and Brian C.
to get in on that. And that will be Mansfield ball on the alternating possession. So with 4:21 left to go, it's 3-0 Hornets if you want to look at it being a new game. 53-50 is the score. And this one's been great, Tom. We've had a couple of good games in the last couple, haven't we?
Great game.
Highland gives it off into the corner to Colby, gets it back out to C. Now Matty Bowen draws two players immediately, puts up the three, off the back rim, no good.
White.
Rebound by White. Gets it up fast to Attleboro. Daniels misses off the front rim.
Look.
Here come the Hornets.
Push and look.
Bowen will take a move in. Goes past the defense, and Matty Bowen scores on the lay-in. Not afraid to take on two Bombardiers right off the bat. 55-50. Mansfield up. And a timeout by Mark Houle on the Attleboro sideline. The Hornets now in a 5-point lead. 3:34 left to go. Matty Bowen has
a lot.
10 in this quarter.
27.
8, 10, yeah. You know, one of these days I got to talk to Alex Salaki, if he wants to come up to one of these games, because one of these days that 45-point record of his might fall.
Yeah, if Matty gets, takes over. Like I said, without TJ Guy, Matty's going to get a lot more shots. Now, I hate to put the pressure on these kids, but it just seems like when it's winning time, Mark.
Oh, I know.
We got the horses.
Something clicks on.
Yep.
Now, I tease Alex about having the record sometimes because he did score 45 points in a game at Westport in 1970, December. I was there. And the Westport court was probably about as long as the volleyball line on the other side of the circle. So you're looking at, it was probably about 64 feet.
Foul line to foul line.
Oh, my God. You could actually still see the old key in that old gym where they had to paint over those lines. But he was back and forth. A
lot more possessions than a court that short.
Sadly, he never made it to 1,000 because he lost 5 games his senior year to a sprained ankle. Ronnie Gentili is the school record holder. It stood since 1962, 1,387 career points. Attleboro's career leader, Leland Anderson, 1,629 points. And he missed most of his senior year. Imagine what he could have done if he had played that. And Tommy Sherman.
I certainly coached against Leland a few times.
Yep. Tommy Sherman, one of Cliff's sons, has the single game record at 48. Basket by Houle is a 3.
Boy, what a big hoop for Houle.
And it's 55-53 with 3:23 left. Mansfield up by 2. Highland gets the ball back from Colby. Michael Vaughn wanting him to execute. Reset. Bowen over in the corner. Now back out Hill. The ball is off him, but it's off of Daniels, and Attleboro will give the ball back over to Mansfield on that.
Chris has got to play bigger with his back. He's got to hold White off on that. He can't let White get around him and get that tip.
I'm really thinking that Chris is maybe a couple of games away from really
breaking
being back
out.
to
yeah.
Exactly. He gives it in to Highland again, has it. Matty Bowen on the left side, skip to the center. Highland throws up the late 3 just to miss the buzzer. It's rebounded by Harrison. Here comes Attleboro. White will bring it across. Thought about giving it off, and then he realized he was over the line already. Harrison, tough defense. Eaton. Highland was all over him. Now Harrison underneath throws it over the basket. And players are going all over the place, but no calls. Colby gives it to Bowen for the pull-up.
Matty
2-point pull-up for Matty Bowen, and it just keeps going in.
Hornets back up 4 with approaching 2 minutes. It's winning time, Mark.
And it's 31 points for Matty Bowen. One more basket.
That's
and
an
offensive foul.
That was away from the ball. I didn't see it.
And it was on Daniels.
Yep.
That's his 4th foul. Right about now, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
2:06 left to go. He's going to be in there.
He could sneak him out right now. Yeah.
And I think,
nope,
they're not.
He's not gonna.
He thought he was coming out too, but Eaton is coming out instead.
I'd sneak him out of the game right here.
Francois Anneville. Francois Anneville is the one who comes in.
4 foul. Oh, he just switched off of Bowen. Attack him if he gets you.
Brian C.
He walked.
Did travel. He was looking for Highland underneath, but took the step beforehand. So 1:54 left. The Hornets up 57-53, and this very impressive Attleboro team is about to try to challenge right now. Time is getting short on them. Daniels has the ball, really being aggressively guarded by Highland. Slapped away briefly, but White gets it back, puts up the jumper, it falls out, rebound will be off of Jack Colby, and it'll be Attleboro ball. 1:33 left to go, a full shot clock for Attleboro.
You know, you see the scoring Daniels has done in this game, Mark. But Matty Highland has done a great job on him.
Yes, he has.
He really has
to, because Daniels is extremely quick, he's athletic, and as I said, he's fearless.
See, you don't want him to get the ball back now. Overplay him, Matty.
Francois Anneville gets it in to Harrison. Baby Q is fouled on the way in. And that will be on C, I believe.
Let's see him make these foul shots, Mark. A minute 20 to go.
Oh, the foul is called on Matt Highland. That's 3 on him. 16 fouls on the Hornets. Harrison goes up for the first foul shot. Misses.
Yeah. You know what? He might get fouled again. That's not the best looking foul shot.
Hill and Colby in the rebounding positions for the Hornets. White on the lane for Attleboro. Here's Harrison's second shot.
That one goes. That's a nice looking shot there.
Not a lot of arc on it, but it it hit the target. 57-54. It's a 3-point game.
Little overplay here. Help if you have to.
Colby gets the ball in to Highland. Highland will bring it across, settle things down. 25 seconds on the shot clock, 1:18 left to go in the game. 3-point lead for the Hornets. Hill.
It's a screen.
To Colby. Colby is fouled by Harrison.
Whoa, what was that?
Just they tugged on him a little bit from the back.
I wonder what that was about.
And if the official's going to figure out what fingers to put out at some point, but that was Harrison's second foul. 1:09 left to go. 30 on the shot clock again.
Oh, no. Oh,
and the pass is thrown out of bounds by Jack Colby, so the ball will come over here. Yes, it will. It's a side out on this side. 1:09 left.
I think Jack anticipated Bowen continuing out to the corner a little more.
Bombardiers are down by 3. Of course, the Bombardiers in blue, white numbers, silver trim. Hornets green numbers on the white uniforms with black trim. The shot by Hoole's no good for 3, and it's rebounded by Chris Hill. And almost kicked away, and they do call it. So Hornets will get the ball back. New clock. 54.9 seconds left to go. And for those of you who have watched this on live streaming, thank you for joining us. I wanted to thank you earlier when the game started, but I hope you're enjoying this. Hornets have the ball inbounds.
Oh, a little full court zone press.
Highland gets it up to Bowen in the corner. Now Colby will penetrate, waits the defense go by, and he does score. That was a patient basket. I've seen Jack do that a lot. 59-54, 38 seconds left to go. Hoole.
And Colby
ball is stolen away by Colby. He gives it to Bowen. What is he doing?
He got fouled.
He
fouled him on purpose.
All righty, I didn't hear the whistle. That's a universal complaint these days with these handheld whistles.
Yeah, Bowen had a break. It looked like a 2-on-1 break.
It did look like one.
So he grabbed him.
The foul was on Alec Eaton. That's only his first. 6-team foul. Oh, maybe they must be calling that 1-on-1. Maybe they haven't updated the clock. No, I think they finally realized that it's not 1-on-1. So here it is. It's inbounding with 33 seconds left. Just to the right of the center stripe.
Actually, that allows the Hornets to kill some time.
And there will be a timeout called.
They may foul right away here. You need your best foul shooters in the game.
I would say that's a good idea.
Extend this game as long as they can.
If I'm Attleboro, that's the first thing you have to do.
And you're better off because Bowen's going to take it strong. Bowen, I got 8, 14, 22.
31 for Bowen.
Yep, I got 31 as well.
So how many games has he been over 30?
This will be his fourth.
4 out of 5, right? If this goes, yeah, because he had only 8 in the Canton game, which they didn't need him to score in that one. That one, you folks may remember, was Mansfield 55, Canton 16. That was one of the games that was put on the schedule on short order. Also, a reminder to everybody: the Canton Bulldog girls come in here to the Albertini Gym on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. and the good souls at Mansfield Cable Access will be doing that game. I'll be here. Tom will be here. Maureen will be here.
Army of cameramen and statisticians.
I heard, Tom, and this may be a little scary, but the Hornet girls got off to a slow start in the game at Attleboro and were trailing a lot. So we'll be eager to see what the final of that one was, especially after that first game, which was so entertaining.
Yeah.
Won by Abby Wager on a layup with 7 seconds left. All right, the inbound pass over Chris Hill's head. Comes down to Hool. Hool slapped away by Hill.
With a big steal.
And he will go in and lay it in. 25 seconds left. Chris Hill with his second basket of the game, and that should pretty much ice it. Foul.
What?
Foul on, I think that's on Jack. I think that's on Jack Colby. That would be his third.
That is the last thing you want to happen there.
19.8 seconds left. It is 61-54 on that great defensive play by Chris Hill and the run to the basket. Daniels will be at the foul line for Attleboro. 1-1. Daniels dips and shoots. Goes. Wow. First one is good.
Folks, that is a beautiful foul shot.
It's Hill and Bowen rebounding. Francois Anneville is the Attleboro rebounder. 19.8 seconds. Daniels gets the second. And in comes Harrison for the Bombardiers. It's 61-56. Expect the foul quickly, I would imagine.
Yeah. Hornets
Bowen
got a
will
flash.
take the ball
Get
out,
it back
gives it to Brian C., and Rooney fouls him. The strategic foul, and Rooney will go to the foul line. I'm sorry, not Rooney. It's Brian C. Rooney will go there eventually, but just to watch.
18 seconds left.
This game's had a lot of everything in it. Now, Brian C. has had his first basket in this quarter, a big three-pointer, as the Hornets put on that finishing kick that we are so used to seeing.
This is a 1-and-1, so it's a live ball situation. You want somebody in the lane there, but he doesn't want offensive fouls.
And C gets the first, so he will have another.
This is the big one here, Mark. Makes it a 3-possession game.
62-56, 18.6 seconds left. Brian C. will step up for his second shot. Flicks the wrist. It does not go. And a foul. And they're going to call Colby again?
Yes.
They're going to call Colby for another foul. That's 4 on him.
You've got to know the situation.
You know, given some of the contact we've seen tonight, I don't know. I'm not going to go any farther on that. In the meantime, Trevor White goes to the foul line for Attleboro. 18.6 seconds left. Puts the first one up. It's good. Rooney comes in. There's a defensive substitution. Harrison goes out. Trying to see who they're going to foul whenever the ball's in play. It's 62-57. White dips and shoots. Second one rattles in. 62-58.
No time is going off that clock, Mike.
No, 18.6 seconds left, and it seems like an eternity right now. Bowen
break
will
deep.
be the inbounder.
Break deep.
Gets it to C. A foul away from the ball.
Timeout.
Timeout was
Mike.
called by Mike Vaughn. Okay, I thought maybe that Houle might have grabbed Colby on the way by, but it was a timeout.
That clock is not moving, folks.
Oh, heavens, no, it isn't. Tom, we're speechless about this point, aren't we? We've seen a lot of good basketball here.
You know, we've sized up this moment, but this moment has lasted for 3 possessions.
This moment has lasted so long, my coffee's cold.
I can't say enough about the job Mark Houle does with that team. He lost a ton of talent last year. It was, Sissio, McMahon, Q. McMahon was a excellent guard as well.
Yes, they were really a talented team. And you could, and that tournament game, we always know it's hard for a team to beat a team 3 times. And I think the Hornets knew that going into the game.
Yep.
I remember that was the worst foul shooting night we had ever seen from the Hornets. But, again, it's that pedigree, and you're seeing the pedigree here again. Even without TJ Guy on the court tonight, these Hornets have looks like they fended off a very strong challenge, but there's still time in this game. And that was a smart move. They gave it to Hill out of bounds, and Hill immediately, it was the inbounder. Matty Bowen took off, and a foul.
That's coaching, folks.
So Matty Bowen will be the shooter.
You just got to wait for Chris White to establish Chris Hill to establish his feet out of bounds before you pass it to him.
Eaton, that's his second foul. 18 fouls, and Mark Houle brings in the bigs. White and Harrison are the rebounders. Brian C. is the lone rebounder for Mansfield. Matty Bowen will go to the foul line. All right, he's reached his career high for the 3rd time. That's 32. Let's see if he can get a new career high here. And he does. 33 points. His new career high, 64-58 Mansfield. 16.4 seconds left.
Don't foul.
Houle will bring it up practically untouched in the middle. But
Bowen with a steal.
A steal by Bowen off of Daniels. And he goes in and he's fouled and he gets the basket. With 6 seconds left, Matty Bowen. I'm going to miss saying that name.
Yeah. 35 on the night.
Well, he is really doing the job night in, night out.
I'm running out of space here to keep track of his hoops.
Yeah, it's about the last part of my scorebook here, too. Matty Bowen with 6 seconds even left. It's 66-58. He will not complete the 3-point play. But that's okay. Yep. 4, 3, 2. The last shot is Eaton's. It's no good. And the Hornets come back, as is their nature, defeating the Attleboro High Blue Bombardiers 66-58.
What a game. What a great game.
We have seen a couple of gems lately, and this one really was an outstanding performance by Attleboro. And I would have to say, without one of your top 2 scorers in there, a gutty performance by the Mansfield Hornets, who were faced with a big challenge going in.
Just an incredible performance. I can't say enough about the defensive job Colby did, Matty Highland, Brendan Foley. Big play after big play. And, of course, you got your star player scoring 35.
Yep, and you got contributions from people when you need it. Brian C., Chris Hill. They did some good things out there, Tom, and I think we're going to see more good things. Next week for these guys, it's Franklin, and that's going to be their biggest challenge of the year. So
hopefully TJ but Guy will be back.
That's what seems to be the opinion. So
let's it's a different game with him.
So on January 26th here at the Albertini, it'll be Franklin. Our next TV game will be Saturday, 3:30 p.m. here between the Mansfield Girls and the Canton Bulldogs. So for Tom Faria and for Maureen O'Neill, who once again does a wonderful job on the camera, I'm Mark Farinella, thanking you for viewing this game tonight, wherever you are, and wishing you all a good night.
See you next time, folks.